Hey there. Hey, my friends. I have this script I could read, but maybe a little improvisation too. We'll see. Um, okay, so I'd like to share some time with my fellow citizens, YouTubers, and this is first in a series of what I would call sitting on the hot seat fireside chats in the time of coronavirus. Oh, I shouldn't touch my face. Ah. First, all right, I'm gonna just outline a few basic thoughts that, I've been thinking about with all this extra time to think. So anyway, we're clearly more physically distanced because of the coronavirus epidemic, and that's a good thing. We should definitely stay apart physically. But our social interactions, I have to say, I think are bringing us quite a bit closer. And right, so for an example, I was just raking some leaves in the yard, which I wouldn't typically do, but it was kind of a mess. And so anyway, I was out there raking, and a couple of women were out for it was a pretty long walk. Where they intended to go was probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles. But anyway, I would never have known that except for the fact that they stopped to talk to me. So, I'd never met these women before. I don't know them. And under normal circumstances, so before the virus, they never would have stopped to chat. They just would have kept strolling down the street, enjoying each other's company, shoulder to shoulder. All right, so that's like, in the non-pandemic times, we would have exchanged a wave, smiled, said hi. But no, this was a conversation. So, and I've noticed that these conversations, coronavirus chats, are cropping up and spreading just like wildfire from person to person. And I think maybe even a little more catchy than the virus. So if it's just in my neighborhood, what I observe in a limited way, and you extrapolate that to like the whole country, it's pretty incredible. And then remember telephones? Yeah, so people are actually talking on them now, not just texting. And this is pretty wild, having conversations, gossiping, debating, reminiscing. There was this feature on our phones that I think a lot of people just forgot about, that the part that you can dial a number and connect to someone else on the other end. All right, so that's the first thing. All right, secondly, what about this being at home all the time and socially distanced? Well, the thing is, if you have pets at home, they're getting all this attention, and I think, there's a chance we could possibly spoil every pet in America doing this. Petting them, brushing them, walking them, petting them again, brushing them again, feeding them, and, I don't know, letting them curl up on our laps, and just, what's going to happen when everyone goes back to work, though, and the pet sitter shows up? I don't know. I imagine there could be some kind of retaliation, revenge, full-on assaults on the furniture, the upholstery, little tokens of anger left on the carpet here and there. They call that middening, I suppose, the technical term. It's out of the litter box and definitely not welcome. But anyway, while we're here with our pets, let's enjoy them. And anyway, the third point I wanted to touch on today, this is just the premiere issue of Fireside Hot Seat Chats. So anyway, because of the undermined confidence, I'm going to just read off the script here. All right, because of the undermined confidence on the part of the public, there was a general rush by a large portion of our population to buy toilet paper, as if it were as valuable as gold. All right, that's valuable. A rush so great that the soundest stores in America could not get enough paper to meet the demand. And the reason for this was that on the spur of the moment, it was, of course, imperative to have exceptional hygiene in every imaginable way. But before the invention of toilet paper, actually in the mid-1800s, people were pretty creative and resourceful about managing cleanliness of their nether parts. And anyone who's been out on a long hike or camping knows that, you know, you can use leaves. They work pretty well, but just make sure you know what poison ivy is. Ferns are all right, moss, snow and water, but personally I'm not really sure about the snow. And to all the toilet paper manufacturers of the world right now, I want to just pause for a moment and salute you. And I would like to reassure really everyone watching and listening that no matter how bad things get, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll come together. We'll cope and stay clean. And without having to tap into the strategic role reserves, I hope not. But, you know, if we need them, they're there. Anyway, bottom line, keep your hands clean. Use soap, folks. The soap bubbles are actually a killer detergent that pops those little virus envelopes. It really it does a good job. It kills them right off. So stay clean, wash your hands, don't infect people, whatever you can do. And anyway, once we make it to the other side of this outbreak, keep up all the good work with the hygiene, all right? Saluting, elbow bumps. So, you know, in the future, if we could avoid all those other crappy viruses that don't really necessarily kill us, but they aren't any fun either, maybe that's a good thing altogether. So, we're all coming together. We're going to be good. We're going to be fine. And together, we cannot fail. And for that, I thank you. And stay tuned for the next installment of By the Hot Seat Fireside Chats. And we'll see you then. Oh, I got to stop touching my face.